Hello there everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania on the Famicom disk system. Last time we got horribly murdered by the Grim Reaper, so we will have to retry stage 5 again this time. It's labeled as stage 13 here. I've already explained the weird stage naming system last time. We're here on the file select screen, which is present only on the Famicom disk system version, because here you can save your progress. The names that you can associate to your files are in the English alphabet, just Fat Boy here. And that's kinda worth mentioning because many games that had a file select screen would let you enter the name only in Japanese hiragana symbols, like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. But here it's in the English alphabet, Fat Boy. Let's just go. Now loading. And please set disk B. As I've already said, I'm playing on the original console, so I am switching to disk side B right now. I don't complain. I think it's really interesting. Now loading. Screen is just blank. And there we go. The game has started up so fast that I wasn't ready for those hunchbacks, so I got hit once. Got a whip upgrade here. We will need to upgrade. Now we are already fully upgraded. I was going to say now we need to upgrade real quick, but as I was about to say it, we already got our second whip upgrade. So let me kill that very annoying skeleton and then let's talk some business. Oh, this guy is annoying. Okay, now he's dead. So last time I explained that I played the US version on emulator twice in 2011, and the game crashed twice right here in stage 5, specifically the part that is labeled stage 15, which is basically the last part before the boss in this stage. And those two crashes made me so pissed off that I've never touched the game ever since then. So yeah, I played twice in 2011, and then the next time I played was Christmas 2016, when I got the game on the Famicom disk system version. That's how much the crashes have pissed me off. So I've looked it up on the internet, and I've found on some guy's backloggery account that the game crashed on stage 5 for him as well. So I've done some research, and it turns out that there was an error while converting the Famicom disk system version to the American NES cartridge version. When you're playing with ROMs, you may notice that some versions are called PRG0 and some versions are called PRG1. That usually just means that PRG1 is a more modern version of the game, which features some bug fixes. And the same thing exists for Castlevania 2. There exists a PRG0 and a PRG1 version, and in the PRG0 version, the game is prone to crashing on stage 5 because on the hallway before the Grim Reaper, with the Medusa heads and the knights who throw axes, there's a lot of sprites on the screen at the same time, and the game can't handle that because of some kind of error, and that makes the game easily crash. In particular, the game can crash during the Grim Reaper fight because there's a lot of sprites present there too, because the Grim Reaper is creating all those floating scythes. So yeah, that's the reason why the game crashed on the emulator for me. However, this still does not explain why the game has also crashed on the Famicom disk system version for me on stage 5 once. I've checked my own recording, and the game crashed on the Grim Reaper, and it crashed exactly as he spawned the 4th scythe. He can at maximum spawn 4 scythes at once on the screen, and there were 3 scythes on the screen, and once he spawned the 4th one, the game crashed on the Famicom disk system version. So that's really weird. Don't know why that is. But yeah, that's it with the game crashing. And of course, let's talk about the stage numbering again. I'm calling this stage 5. I think everybody understands what I mean by that. I mean, we defeated 4 bosses so far. This is the stage with the 5th boss. It's stage 5 basically. If we get a game over, we start at the beginning of stage 5 always. So yeah, this is stage 5 for me, not stage 14. We just got this weapon upgrade again, the Roman letter number 2. Apparently it's called the double shot. Yeah, I've looked the name of it up last time. I've looked the name of it up this time, I mean. I was confused last time what the weapon upgrade was called. It's the double shot. And now we can throw 2 holy waters on the screen at once. And so last time I was a bit confused whether this upgrade is temporary or permanent, right? Because at some point during the previous 2 parts I've lost a double shot and I couldn't figure out why that is. So I've looked it up and it turns out that if you change your weapon, then you lose the double shot. Like if we destroy this candle, you see the cross. If I collect the cross right now, then I lose the double shot. So yeah, that's how it works. It's basically permanent until you collect another weapon. But of course we don't want the cross, we would much rather want the holy water. It'll make the boss fight much easier. So yeah, that's how the double shot works. And I was also confused about the colors, whether it's white or red. The double shot that we collected appeared to be white, but in our inventory it appears to be red. And apparently the triple shot upgrade is also just in red color. But yeah, that was just a general thing. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, who cares about the colors, right? So let us carefully. Yeah, we hit that knight with the holy water. That was a very stupid hit from the Medusa head. The knight has dropped a triple shot. That's very nice. Let's concentrate on fighting this guy. Destroyed his axe, and we've hit him. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that the knights will drop a big heart, which is worth 5 hearts most of the time, like 99%. Like in this part 3 of the Let's Play so far, the knights I think have always dropped a huge heart, except once where it dropped a triple shot, like 30 seconds ago or something. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that. The knights drop huge hearts. So let's fight Death, also known as the Grim Reaper. Let's see if we can get him with the holy water. That's a hit there, but it didn't really stun him properly. So we are most certainly going to die. We got him! We got him! Ah, shit! The advantage to hitting him is that he stops spawning the scythes if you stun him. Did you see that? Like we destroyed the scythes and then he didn't spawn any new ones because he was stunned. And even as he began moving again, he still didn't spawn new scythes. Probably would have taken a few more seconds until he would have spawned new scythes. But yeah, we basically just completely destroyed him with the holy water. It's honestly a very overpowered weapon. So overpowered that it ruins a bit of the fun, in my opinion, but yeah. I'll take it anyway, because without the holy water I would need ages to defeat the Grim Reaper. The first time I ever defeated him, I defeated him with the cross, and it was a really lucky attempt. And a really great attempt too. But yeah, I don't just want to be stuck on the Grim Reaper for half an hour, so I'm glad that I just defeated him with the holy water here. And that's the end of the stage. 104 seconds left, that's 1040 points. And another 80 hearts gained. And by the way, when I said I defeated Grim Reaper, I of course meant we defeated Grim Reaper, right? Yeah, we're doing this. Let's go to the next stage. Now loading. Load of shit! Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not complaining about the load times. We can see the map. We are now almost on top of this tower. Dracula is apparently in the very upper left corner. Now loading again. And we are on this stage. This has also some really great music. I just collected the axe by accident. Yeah, this stage is apparently called the Clock Tower. I'm basing this belief on the fact that when I listen to the soundtrack of this game, then this stage, this track is called the Clock Tower theme. Let's just walk up those stairs and then, hey, look, it's Batman. I mean, the boss of stage 1. Let's see how much health he has. Well, that was like 5 or 6 hits. You get 3,000 points for defeating one. But it's really difficult right here because of that. He can... Those bats, which were the boss of stage 1, if you remember, they can easily knock you off the stages. And I've only played this stage 3 times in my entire life. This is the 3rd time. And I haven't really figured out a good strat yet. So most of the time I'm just running away and hoping for the best. This bat in particular is very annoying. Because he can knock you off the platform so easily. But we avoided him this time. Then there's this bat again, who's attacking from below. Yeah, the ones who attack from below are really the assholes, because they can knock you from those platforms and make you fall to your doom. I just stopped time by accident. I think that's the first time I actually used that upgrade in this Let's Play. I've collected the time stopper, or the stopwatch, a few times already, but I think I've never used it. It uses up... how many hearts does it use up? Let's demo it. 5 hearts! It takes a whopping 5 hearts. But that's just because it's really good. And of course, one thing that I must mention is that it doesn't work on the bosses. Because that would make the bosses way too easy if you could just stop them in time, let's be honest here. So it's good. It's a good thing that they decided to not make it work on the bosses. Also notice that we have 630 seconds left. That is one hell of a generous time limit. Because honestly, this is the shortest stage on the entire game. Why do they give you so much time? I think they gave you 700 seconds. This is also a very difficult stage. We just died. And if we restart at this checkpoint, which is right after the bad part, which is labeled stage 17, then you only have 600 seconds left. Yeah, those hunchbacks glitching through the wall, that's always nice. Oh, fuck off! That guy hit me right through the stairs. You are almost defenseless on the stairs. Ah, this guy is just stupidly hard to hit because of our short whip. That was very lucky here, the guy almost killed us. That whip upgrade fell right down the hole. That's always helpful. Got the dagger here, which is not useful. Yeah, this part is really hard. We just died again. And most of the time I just rush through it and hope I'm lucky. Again, the stage is short, I didn't practice it a lot, and yeah, that's why I'm just so bad at this stage. If I were to try and beat this game without continues, then I'd probably still just plow through the stage while losing some lives, because if I make it to this part without having lost a life, then I've gained some extra lives, and then I can just lose a few here and just plow through, right? I mean, if you want to beat this game without continues, then you will probably just keep the holy water all the time, and then you'll just try to make it to the stage without ever dying, and by just keeping the holy water all the time. And then you could totally afford dying a few times in this stage. So yeah, that's why I honestly don't feel too bad about sucking on this stage. This part is so much bullshit because this skeleton is so hard to hit with the short fucking whip. Yeah, there we go. Unless he finally jumps towards you, you can't hit him. And those skeletons have a really weird AI. Like, they move around really, really randomly and weirdly. Let's hopefully finally get past this part. Holy shit. Yeah, there we go. Just ignore most of the part. Let's just drop down to the left quickly. This guy just dropped the hunchback straight down the hole. Oh, that was such a nasty hit, man, really. Let's just continue, no need to save the game. Let us try to quickly beat the game before our time runs out. So, we're back at the beginning part of stage 6. You know, the one which is labeled stage 16. There's the bats, who were the boss on the stage 1. Mentioning it again, just in case you missed it the first time. Or just in case you forgot that we already encountered those bats at the end of stage 1 as a boss. Maybe you forgot, who the hell knows? Disclaimer, you probably didn't forget. So yeah. Please, Skeleton Man, just jump up here, yeah, thank you. Ah, and finally we got the better whip upgrade. I think I will not collect the dagger this time at the next part. We have 650 seconds left, by the way, so yeah, the time limit is 700 seconds, I think. Let us not collect the dagger this time, let's keep the stopwatch. I always keep calling it a stopwatch. Is it really a stopwatch, or is it just a watch, or just a clock? Well, who the hell cares? Oh, we dodged that bone pretty well. Let us avoid the dagger. Let's wait until it ah yeah, that disappeared real quickly. Yeah, it pretty much cut me off in my words there. You realize I wanted to say let's wait until it disappears, but before I got to finish that sentence, it already disappeared. We grabbed some health from the wall here and then quickly continued. Oh fuck. Oh shit, can't use the special weapon on the stairs. Let's quickly freeze him here. Let's go up the stairs. And we're done, I think. I really don't like this stage. I find that the clock tower is a very weird and almost unnecessary stage. Now loading. By the way, why does it say now loading in English? This game was only released in Japan. The entire console, the disk system, was only released in Japan. Why does it say now loading in English rather than in some kind of Japanese writing like hiragana or katakana? I really don't know. So, we're on the final stage. It's time to fight Dracula. Not talking, because I just wanted you to hear the music. This music is great. It's so intense, and it honestly fits this perfectly, I think. Like, there's not a whole lot of variety in this theme, but it's pretty quiet and pretty intense at the same time. I really, really like this theme. You get the cross here, which is useless as all hell, because here's the holy water. Well, no, that's not the reason why it's useless. It's just useless on this boss in general. That's what I meant. It's not useless because there's the holy water here. It's just useless because it's not good on the boss. So this is the first form of Dracula. It's pretty easy. He lifts up his cape and then he shoots 3 fireballs. And it's all about timing. Like, what I do is I just watch Dracula, and when I see him lift up his cape, shortly after that I start to jump. And that allows me to dodge his stuff most of the time. You can also try to destroy the fireballs. Like so. That was nice. But that doesn't really allow you to hit Dracula. You pretty much need to jump to hit him in the head. Yeah, did you see that? We just hit him on his body, but that didn't do any damage. You need to hit his head. It's a pretty slow fight, but better be safe than sorry, right? The only really difficult thing about the first part is that he disappears and reappears always for a short time, and you have to react quickly so that if, for example, he tries to appear right inside you, then you quickly need to move away. Or maybe he appears like right in front of you, and then you must quickly run the other way so that you avoid running into him before he materializes, right? He's flashing for like 1 second, and then he materializes, and then he can deal damage to you. Yeah, he hasn't hit us once so far. However, we are not going to win this fight because we are at low health. So, you really need holy water to defeat this guy. He just killed us. Yeah, we had no chance. You need full health to defeat this weird second form. The second form had its own unique music theme, in case you missed it. And yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's maybe my least favorite track in the game. But yeah, this game in general has great music. So let's collect holy water again. And yeah, this is going to be boring right now. We have to defeat the first form again. Let's hopefully not get hit here ever. I don't even know if you can stun him with the holy water. I don't want to find out. We only have 13 hearts and we will need them on the second form. So I don't want to waste any holy water here on this first form. I mean, look how well we're doing without it. We've already hit this guy 6 times. Whereas he hasn't landed a single hit on us yet. Hit him 8 times, that's exactly half his hit points. Again, in case you missed it last time, the health bar for the player and for the boss consists of 16 bars of health. Once you're in like stage 5, every single enemy deals 4 bars of damage to Simon Belmont, so you will always die after 4 hits. Unless you refill some health, of course. Hit him 12 times, so that's 75% of our work done. 14 out of 16. 15 out of 16, one more. Let's actually do this tactically clever this time. Yeah, let's defeat him right at the edge, not in the middle. Because now he'll jump, and yeah, we can always just back up to the left. So, about this guy. He will shoot fireballs, as you could see during our... Yeah, as you could see right there. But if you stun him with the holy water properly, then he won't shoot. And if you hit his body, it makes a very weird sound. That sound means that you don't do full damage. If you hit his head, however, then it makes a true hitting him sound. He gets more damage if you hit him on the head. And you pretty much need to stun him with the holy water, because as you could see before, when he jumps to the very left, you have to take a hit pretty much. I tried running under him when he jumped above us, but it didn't work. You can't run under him, he has to hit you with the jump. So that's why I used the strategy. I killed him, I killed Dracula's first form on the very right, because then on the very left I had to take a hit, right? And yeah, that's how it works. Now, and that's also why you need the holy water. You need the holy water to make him stop moving, because again, at some point he will hit you. You pretty much have to avoid to avoid a part where you have to run under him, because you can't run under him. So, I don't really like this whole holy water thing, to be honest. Like this religious theme and the cross, because it makes Dracula look like a wimp, in my opinion. You know, like you know, Dracula, he's really badass, he's an evil guy, but just some stupid religious symbols will easily kill him, you know, like the holy water in this case. Like that seems a bit stupid to me. I don't really like that, but meh, let's not complain. So yeah, we won, by the way. We killed the boss. I didn't actually say anything on that when we killed him. So we beat the game. Timer's still running, and as you touch the orb to finish a stage, remember that little victory song, that little victory jingle there. Listen to it this time. Yeah, it made a different victory sound this time, to acknowledge that we've beaten the fucking game. Oh, and of course, we gotta switch to disc side A, because can't fully beat the game without switching up the disc, right? Now loading. Load the ass. Gotta load up the credits. There we see the castle. It's crumbling down in the background there. Some forest trees in the foreground. The sky is just blue, no clouds or anything. Produced by Konami, directed by Trance Fishers. Joke of Terence Fisher. Bram Stoker instead of Bram Stoker. James Banana? What the fuck? Dracula, Christopher B. Yeah, that's a shitty joke. It's Christopher Lee. Below Lugosi and Boris Karloff is instead of Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. Love Cheney Jr. instead of Lon Chaney Jr. Mix Shreks instead of Max Schreck. Love Cheney instead of, I don't know how he's called, Green Stranger. I think he's called Glenn Strange in reality. Yeah. The skeleton is Andre Morel. That's just stupid. And the hero, Simon Belmondo, Fat Boy. Why does it say Belmondo? I thought it's called Belmont. That's always confusing me. You played the greatest role in the story. Thank you for playing. So yeah, the credits wasn't actually showing the people who worked on this game. It was just a bunch of jokes, like those were a bunch of horror movie actors. You know, Boris Karloff and stuff. You know him. That guy is very, very old. I think he played in all the Dracula movies in the 30s. So, The interesting thing, the thing that almost nobody freaking mentions, after you beat the game, it continues on hard mode. Yeah, isn't that great? Like, if you watch AVGN's review of the game, the Angry Video Game, he says he finally beats the game, but he doesn't even mention at all that it continues on a hard mode. And if you watch a speed run of this game, they beat the game in like 11 minutes or 12 minutes, and then they just stop. They stop after the first playthrough. Why don't they go on and beat the hard mode as well? They don't at all acknowledge the fact that the hard mode exists. That's really weird to me, and that was very interesting when I found this out on the first time in January 2017 when I've beaten this game. I was like, hey, it continues and it's on a new difficulty. Isn't that awesome? So, yeah, next time we will play the game on hard mode. Yes, I'm not going to stop the Let's Play here. We will do this on hard next time. I will stop the part right here. I will probably start on the file select screen next time. I will save progress here. I'll get a game over on purpose. And yeah, I will see you at the next part, guys.